After several months of investigations, ALE agents executed search warrants at 2 homes.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I just hit that bottom video and we're just gonna hop right into it. So today, doing another North Carolina story. It's a Monday. Y'all might get a few extra videos or some more North Carolina stories. You guys see how I'm feeling. The last two that went up pretty quick. So, well, like I said, North Carolina story. I'm from Raleigh personally, so I like reporting North Carolina shit. Y'all seem to enjoy these, so I'm gonna keep them going. So today we'll be talking about another story outside of Raleigh. This time we'll be talking about this huge drug bust that took place in the last couple weeks that resulted in about 8 people getting arrested and 100 felonies, over 100 felony charges. So let's get into it. So it says 8 people were arrested on over 100 felony charges after a weeks-long investigation headed by the North Carolina Alcohol Law Enforcement. Starting in July, ALEE began investigating the possession and sale of illegal drugs after getting a list of those substances through spontaneous sources of information, according to the search warrant. From those sources, officers identified Prince Anthony India Taylor as the person advertising selling drugs such as marijuana, meth, cocaine, and fentanyl. Who the fuck named folks that? Oh, officers said Taylor had been selling and distributing drugs in and around ABC permitted establishments in Raleigh near the South Saunders Street area. I know exactly what damn ABC store they talking about. My thing is, if he had chosen another location to do this with, would he have got caught? And that was low-key a stupid location to do it with, because specifically for the ALE, that's just like having another law enforcement, and it's ran by the state. And a lot of times, the police sit outside of ABC stores, like certain ABC stores. So why the ABC store? I don't know. They said, over the course of several weeks, officers conducted undercover activities such as acting as a buyer for over $2,200 worth of drugs. According to the warrant, officers exchanged money in an empty chip bag in exchange for drugs handed off in cups at locations determined by the seller. The warrants said agents also observed Taylor coming in and out of home on East Martin Street in Raleigh for distribution runs. That's like downtown Raleigh. Not like, well, that does go in downtown, but it's like downtown part where you still have houses a little bit. But on August 6th, before midnight, police said Taylor texted an undercover agent with an updated price list for these substances, leading to his arrest, where he was found to be in possession of a large amount of assorted narcotics, including almost 30 grams of fentanyl. Once arrested, Taylor was taken to the ALE office, where he agreed to be interviewed by police. There he said he bought his fentanyl from a woman at an apartment on Raven Ridge Road in Raleigh, bro. So this is what made me really want to do this story, because this nigga, obviously, like I just read to y'all, this nigga is telling. But what made me so funny about his telling, who he's end up telling on, and a lot of, like, he really told, and he really brought all this shit on himself. Like I already said earlier, you did this outside of ABC establishment. He probably wouldn't have got caught if he did not do, like, if he didn't choose that area to do it in. Like, so that, and then as soon as you get there, you just start telling. So, like, you told on the day up. Like, I'm not even one of them niggas who like, yeah, snitching is the worst thing ever, but nigga, damn. You could at least wait. Goddamn, you could at least waited to tell shit. But it said the warrant said Taylor texted a number belonging to the woman, in which she responded she would meet him at Popeyes. Officer traced the number back to a Caitlin Street, who had been recently stopped for a traffic-related offense in a white Lincoln MKZ. ALE agency surveyed the area streets. She said she would meet Taylor, and they said they saw the white Lincoln pull up with a text message telling Taylor that she had arrived. Street and the other passenger, Maya Lewis, were arrested by officers that day. The warrant said a firearm that belonged to Lewis was found concealed in the back seat. Police said Lewis was also found to have almost 40 grams of fentanyl on her, similar to the color that had been sold by Taylor. Lewis confirmed that she lived in an apartment complex on Raven Ridge Road, and through various observations through weeks of investigation, officers also confirmed that the house on East Martin Street had multiple transactions of controlled substances. Both confirmations prompted officers to conduct a search warrant of both homes. As a result, ALE agents said they seized 12.5 ounces of fentanyl, 2.1 ounces of powder and crack cocaine, 5.7 ounces of meth, a pound of marijuana, $6,600, and 2 firearms. So, a load of drugs, especially when you get a pound of marijuana involved. Load of drugs. So, as said, officers issued an arrest warrant for the following people alleged charged in his connection to this case. Prince Anthony India Taylor, 37 of Raleigh, charged with 43 felonies and 3 misdemeanors. That's the one I told y'all that was telling and got them caught in the first place. And looking at it, that's crazy. Now, Felicia Covert, 23 of Lewisburg, charged with 12 felonies. Ginger Kendrick, 23 of Mebane, charged with 8 felonies and 1 misdemeanor. Caitlin Street, 24 of Fuquay Verena, charged with 11 felonies and 2 misdemeanors. She the plug, and she ain't even get as many charges as this nigga. Think about it. Tatiana Groves, 21 of Raleigh, charged with 9 felonies and 1 misdemeanor. Maya Lewis, 25 of Raleigh, charged with 11 felonies and 1 misdemeanor. McKinley Wynn, 32 of Raleigh, charged with 6 felonies and 2 misdemeanors. Christopher Brewington, 35 of Raleigh, charged with 1 felony and 1 misdemeanor. So, what I'm interested in this is one. Actually, hold on, let me add up first how many felonies came from this. 43, 55, 63, 74, 83, 94, 100, 101 felonies to be exact. So that's absolutely nuts. Obviously, you know, that's a very interesting situation. I really am interested in how the other people got involved. Obviously, we know how Miss Lewis, Street, and Taylor are Miss. I don't know. I can't tell if that's a man or a woman. Obviously, I know by the picture, but I can't tell what they are by their name. Probably a man, Prince. But anyway, I wonder how the other ones got involved. Were they someone who owned the house? Were they people that they seen come in and out of these houses while they were surveillancing? That's what I'm interested in. I really want to know how these other people got involved, but it's just a crazy ass situation because I'm trying to figure out who the fuck is doing all these drugs, like coke, meth, and fentanyl. Like it ain't that serious to get high, but I ain't gonna lie, them niggas cook, bro. For real. They cook because bro flipped. Like he flipped immediately too. So I just find it crazy. Obviously, I keep saying I wish. I'm gonna see it when I pull it up. But having 43 felonies and the person you told on only got 11 at the moment. Now, you know, if you continue to cooperate, that's probably going to end up changing a little bit. But at this moment in time, it look like this nigga might have told for no reason. And what fucks me up about him telling is just because he's really the reason they got caught, because he was the one selling on ABC store properties. Like, that's nut as hell. I forgot to say this, though. If you're not from North Carolina, the ABC store is where it's our liquor store. I don't know who, deemed it the ABC store, but it's our liquor store. But yeah, bro, interesting case. I'm ready to see more about it, but that's really all I gotta say though. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I did TikTok on the video, and we out.